Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is a very unusual day for me to upload, but sweeties, we're going to do a collaboration today with a lot of beautiful, amazing YouTubers, fellow YouTubers, and this is going to be our farewell for Blush Tribe. So you know probably that Blush Tribe has closed down shop and we're all so sad about it to see Blush Tribe go. So this is how we are going to sort of, you know, say goodbye, because, you know, sometimes you have to let things go that are very dear to your heart. So the whole thing with this collaboration is that we all just chose our perfect palette, our most favorite palette from Blush Tribe to create a look, and basically that is it. You know, there are no other conditions. So if you see this color scheme, you must know which palette I must have chosen. Of course, that is the Hasina 2 palette from Blush Tribe, and this has a super special place in my heart, not only because it is absolutely color scheme wise right up my alley, but it was also my very first indie makeup palette, and yeah, so this is always going to be a very special palette for me. Anyway, so this is what we're working with today, but before we go right into this, I'm going to quickly show you the other palettes that I have from Blush Tribe, and like just in a few words what I think about them. Okay, so there I have the Fall Fusion palette, which was a limited edition palette, which looks like this, and that was also a super stunning palette. Right now I'm not feeling the color scheme too much because I'm not feeling so much the warm shades at the moment, but the performance was absolutely spectacular. Also, especially the shimmer formula was super good, so that was a very good palette. Then there was, of course, the Munasa palette. This is not in order how they, I don't know, maybe, I'm not 100% sure in what order they were released, but anyway, so this is the Munasa palette. I saw this the first time on Angelica Nyquist's channel, and by the way, she is also part of the collab, and she will also be linked in the description box as everybody else, as I already told you. And I just really needed this palette in my life. It is so beautiful, so colorful, and I remember that I did once a palette bingo, and of all of these colorful shades with this palette, I got a neutral look using the brown and the beige and the yellow, I think, so that was really hilarious. Anyway, that is the Munasa palette. What else did I like? Of course, this one, the Paulina palette, and sweeties, Paulina is also part of this collab, and she got to, of course, collab with Blush Tribe to create her own palette. Super wonderful palette, really liked it. Performance was absolutely beautiful. Paulina did an amazing job creating this palette here. A beautiful color scheme, absolutely good performance, really liked it. Then we had the Blossom palette. That is not so much my thing, sweeties. Okay, so it is, of course, like a pastel-y leaning, so I'm not so much into pastels, but also it is an all matte palette, which is not necessarily my piece of cake. It's nice to have it as a companion palette though, just so one has all these additional mattes, because of course I need mattes in my life. But the performance felt a little bit more thin compared to the other mattes that I have already mentioned to you, you know, the other palettes. So that was that. I was not a huge fan of this. I have not used this a whole lot. And also the Leorah 2, I think that was that the last palette she released? I think so. I think also here the same goes as what I said for this. I did not feel the pigmentation as much as in the first palettes that I showed you. I felt that this was a little bit thinner. It's not bad at all, but it felt a little bit thinner than the other palettes in the sense of the pigmentation. And for me personally also, I feel that there could be a little bit more depth in the palette, like with a very dark, I don't know, turquoise and a very dark olive green or something, you know, because I just like the drama. But that is not necessarily a criticism of the palette. It's just because that is my personal preference. So these are my Blush Tribe products, and I really as a brand really liked Blush Tribe. Also their outer packaging, how she always came up with this, I don't know, this special way of doing it, you know, like putting pictures and making an abstract thing out of it, you know. It is really pretty, and I'm super thrilled that I got to know this brand. I'm sad to see it leave, but I know that Selma wants to come back with some other brand. We're all assuming it's also going to be a makeup brand, but I don't know if it by now has been, like, if something else has been said about this, because I don't know, but we shall see, and you will hear about it here on my channel and probably also on the channels of all those other creators that are linked in the description box. So please feel free to check them out. And now we are going to go into this look. It's going to be entertaining, don't you worry for a second, because it's sped up and I'm going to put music there and everything is going to be fine. So we're going to do that right now, and after that I'm going to meet you here again with the finished look, which is of course this one, and my final thoughts. And yeah, so let's just do it. Sweeties, here we are with the finished look, and that was a lot of work, I must admit, but that was so worth it. I love the color scheme, I love that palette, and it was actually just a super good reason to just get back to that palette, because I almost never get to do stuff like that. So that was awesome. Okay, so let's just zoom in a tiny little bit so you can see the look a little bit better. In case there is still some white around my lashes, that's just the rest of the lash glue glowing. Drying. Okay, so let's just move out. And here we are. Okay, sweeties, so this is the overall picture. I really like it, and it was a pleasure. Really, this palette is just really my absolute favorite by far, color scheme wise. Most of the palettes, as I already told you in the intro, have a very good formula, and I loved most of them, and I would have loved to try more. Yeah, so that's what it is. Okay, sometimes good things come to an end, and what I just want to wish for Selma and for whoever is going to be involved in creating a new brand, that it's going to be successful, that she's going to have a lot of luck and a lot of happiness, and that it's just going to, you know, if she comes out with more products like this, I think she is going to like absolutely be on top. You know, this was super good. I think this must have been her most favorite palette, and for me, really, as I'd already said, this was the absolute dream. Yeah. Okay, sweeties, that was it. I'm not going to keep on rambling. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also to check out all the other creators who are part of this wonderful collaboration. If you're interested in what else I'm wearing on my face, you will find everything, of course, in the description box or as a pinned comment in the comment section, because I don't know as of right now when I'm filming this how much space I'm going to still have left in the description box after I've put all the other fellow creators in. So you will find it somewhere down there, all right? So besides that, I'm going to wish you an awesome day or an awesome evening whenever you're seeing this, and I'm going to see you here on my channel very, very soon for my next video. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.